As I finished my run this morning, a few thoughts came to my mind. I want to speak about it. Difference between motivation and dedication, right? Most people are motivated to do anything as possible to succeed. But once that motivation is gone, they have nothing else to fall back on. It's like I tell this people all the time, it's like building a house. Think about building a house, right? Motivation is like having the nice kitchen, nice bedrooms, the nice pool in the backyard. But at the end of the day, if the foundation is cracked from that house, that house will fall. That is like us, right? So we need to understand more about, let's stop trying to be motivated. Motivation is like a high, right? You have those highs, but then when it starts coming down, what do you have fallback on? But if you're dedicated to your goals, and that's in your athletic goals, your life goals, your family goals, man, nothing will stop you. We got to understand that at the end of the day, we need to hold ourselves accountable for our actions. And that's what dedication means. Dedication to me means getting up in the morning and doing stuff we don't really enjoy. Too many of us use every single little excuse about why we can't do stuff. I see now a lot of people saying, oh, the reason I don't cook because it takes too long. The reason I don't cook is because I have to wash the dishes. The reason I don't do this is because of that. It's like we need to stop creating so many excuses, so many barriers to get in our way, right? We have to understand that, think about it. If you really think about it, it takes literally, to cook and clean an hour, maybe 40 minutes a meal, depending on what you're cooking, right? So take that barrier that you're putting in your head, that you're allowing other people to say that are so successful so they don't have time to cook, they don't have time to this, it's a waste of time. No, it's not. Think about it. How much time you waste on your devices, how much time you waste on frivolous conversations that get nowhere, right? I see so many people do this on a daily basis, right? I coach a couple kids and you see the parents sometimes on their phone, not really paying attention to what's going on in practices, going on in games. Like, we need to understand, we need to be in the moment. Stop living on our devices, looking for other people to guide our children, to guide us through the light. Because we can guide ourselves, right? And I'm not talking from because I'm all high and mighty. I'm talking from experiences. I used to be one of those people that make excuses for why I'm this, why I'm that, why this is not going the way it should be. This is why I don't have these things, or I don't have success here. It's because I used to live in that moment. And I understand, like, if we put ourselves in that moment, it's like putting ourselves in solitary confinement in prison. Our minds is that strong. We need to understand that our minds can stop us, or they can make us go to where we want to go. So we need to stop closing ourselves off every time and being more dedicated to our goals. Our goals, at the end of the day, and anything we want to do, are achievable as long as we put the work in. We don't fucking put the work in, it doesn't fucking matter. So if you're looking at your life and trying to see yourself why you're not where you are supposed to be, look in the mirror. Ain't nobody else stopping you but you. I remember being an electrician. Everybody's saying, oh, the boss don't pay, the boss don't pay, the boss don't pay, the boss don't pay. Until I met one of my good friends, George. Came in, started working for the company. I was like chilling in the background, not doing what I was supposed to be doing. And he asked me, yo, what are you doing? Not knowing that he was a foreman for the job. He was gonna be a leader on the job. He asked me, yo, what are you doing? I go, they don't pay me to do this. He looked at me, he goes, what do you mean they don't pay you to do this? They don't pay you to do work? He said, nah, he doesn't pay, so I'm not gonna break my back. He looked at me with a straight face, and I never forget it. This is what changed me. He said, yeah, he does pay. I get paid $52 an hour because I have achieved so many stuff in my career and not taking that approach of like, the person's not gonna pay. We have this mindset that if we learn more on our job, education-wise, meaning going further and beyond from what we're getting paid from, somehow that is a letdown. Somehow that is not something we could sustain and take on for the next place we go to. Or when we go ask for a raise, the boss can look at you and say, okay, yeah, you've been doing what you're doing. So I started changing my mindset. And I started going above and beyond. I went into the boss, I asked him, give me an opportunity to excel in my career. I want to become a leader, foreman, learn more on my job. He laughed at me. He said, okay, I'll give you the opportunity. Mind you, I was making $16 an hour at that time. 16. I said, okay, I'll take this approach. I'm not gonna take the approach that he's not paying me for this. I was put in position to fail, not to succeed. Everybody told me I was put in a position to fail. I said, you know what? I'm gonna prove myself right. I'm gonna bet on myself. I'm gonna put more work in than I have to become what I wanna become. A few months go by, I go sit down with the boss, ask him for a raise. I get a $16 increase just by putting in the work. And he couldn't say no. There was no way he could ever say no because he's seen what I was doing. That he's seen what I was worth. I was worth a lot more than that $16 raise that I got because I was putting millions in his pocket. He told me himself. I was running multi-million companies, residential companies, basically, electrical companies. He told me what he was making off of me. So I understood my value. I was able to take that knowledge that I had from the experience of hard work and take it anywhere I wanted to. There's no way he can ever take that back. He can fire me tomorrow, but that knowledge is up here. So let's stop taking the approach that we need to be motivated for everything. Let's dedicate ourselves to our goals. Let's dedicate ourselves to become greater. And if we do that, man, nothing can stop us. Have a great rest of your day.